I have to start by asking, is the Doc Brown cameo in A Million Ways to Die in the West official canon in the Back to the Future universe?
I kind of think it is. People really loved it.
You're lucky.
Yeah,
That was cool.
Just a little thing.
Yeah,
and it fit right. You know, it wasn't. It fit into the storyline without a bump. You know, it just seemed to go with it.
Hypothetically, I know you wouldn't steal anything from set, but did you borrow anything from any of the sets and take it home and just forget to bring it back?
I took my big fake boobs from Back to the Future 2, and I have the pink prom dress.
I have a shirt, part of the costume, but it's not popular around my. You know, if I'm seen wearing it, there's a lot of disapproval. So it just hangs in the closet.
That's great.
If I wore the pink prom dress too, people would be like, Lea, get over it, move on.
Not with fans though. When I'm very curious about when you guys first got the scripts and you're doing the read-throughs, and maybe it's widely known, but I'm curious how maybe the script and the characters got changed from when you guys were doing those read-throughs and doing script rewrites. Were there any radical changes along the way, or do you remember it being very similar to what you actually filmed?
I remember the read-through with Eric Stoltz. That's the only read-through we did. And Eric, I remember really vividly him saying that he thought it was they said, "How do you feel, Eric?" And he said, "I think it's a tragedy. My character remembers a past that no one else remembers." Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember.
I was like, because I knew him.
Right.
But I remember that. I remember the read through, but I don't remember my character changing that much. Although if I read the script was really different. The first script we read.
Yeah, I mean, there was the time machine was a refrigerator or old icebox.
I remember it being there were little they kept changing it as we went.
And the source of energy to go into time wasn't a lightning bolt, it was an atomic explosion. They went to New Mexico to see a test, and they were going to plug into that to get the energy to go into time.
They sell that script. They sell that script on the street in New York.
For the original first draft.
Yeah, they sell some kind of more original, I think, than even we read. They sell. It's so weird. I opened it up. I was like, I don't recognize any of this. It was weird.
For the two of you, the trilogy has so many memorable moments. Is there one that sticks out for the two of you as a favorite?
I'm not sure.
I really loved the whole sequence, and I remember how important it was. The whole sequence that we shot with the car, when I'm making out with, when Marty has to try to kiss me, and then I kiss him, and I say he's like my brother, and then, Biff comes and tries to take advantage of me, and then the punch. All that stuff was really when George comes and punches him. That whole sequence was super important and very hard to do because I had to be sexy and in love with him with one person, and then fall in love with another one in a matter of minutes. And I remember how important it was to Bob Z that worked.
Well, speaking of Robert Zemeckis, he did such a brilliant job with this, and he's done so many brilliant movies, Roger. There's just a lot of great films. What do you remember most about the collaboration with him? And just, is there a story you can share?
Well, it was so impressive. Bob is just would devour all the latest technology. I remember having lunch during a day of shoot, and there was these inventors at sitting having lunch with him, and he's learning about some new technological breakthrough. But he just ate that stuff up, and he and all the discipline it took to put that together, the film together. Mm-hmm. But he also he really knew how to talk to an actor in very gentle, human terms about the performance or about this or that. I mean, he was just locked into that. He was as fluent that way as he was with all the technology. And that really impressed me, because one director might be great with the technology, but then doesn't know how to talk to
Right.
get something from an actor. He doesn't know how to connect. And Bob had it all.
And do you remember how much glee he had when something would go great?
Yeah.
When he
yeah.
would think of something new to put in the corner, or he knew somehow he wanted it so that the people who watched it 10 times would still be able to find something new and funny in the corner of the, you know what I mean? And he would get so excited when it went well. And I kind of lived for that. I lived for it because he had very complicated shots. I remember in Back to the Future 2, there was a lot of complicated stuff. And I remember when there were 3 Michael Foxes, all the experts would be like, how do we do it? Was, technology was just it was hard at that point. And all the experts would be like, they'd go on for 2 hours and he'd go, okay, guys, this is how we do it. He'd let them try and then he'd figure it out. He was a genius. I mean, 100% genius.
Oh.